Hey friends, today we're going to draw a Cheep Cheep.
Yeah, from Mario. What is a Cheep Cheep?
A little fishy.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not a bird.
Yeah.
We hope you're going to follow along with us. You need your drawing supplies. For this lesson, we're going to use a pencil first to draw the guidelines. Then we're using a marker. You also need some?
Paper and something to color with.
Yeah, you ready to start?
Yes.
Because we're using markers to draw and color with, we're also using marker paper to draw on. This helps make our markers last longer instead of on regular printer paper. We're using our pencil first to draw the guidelines, and we're actually just drawing one guideline. We're going to draw a big circle. This is for the body of our little fish, and we're going to draw it big, actually. Let's start here, and we'll draw it so that it fills up a big part of our paper. And the nice thing about using a pencil is that you can change this if you want to make it any different. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger this way. And then when you make a change, you can also use the eraser to erase any of the guidelines you don't want to keep. That's all we're using the pencil for, is the circle. Now we're switching to our marker. And if you want, you don't have to use markers. You could continue using a pencil or whatever you have. All right, next, let's draw our little Cheep Cheep's mouth. We're going to draw it towards the bottom of our paper, and we're going to draw an oval shape. It's going to come out like this, around, and come back to where we started. And half of it is outside of the guideline, and the other half inside. Well, I have a little bit more on the inside. Yeah. Okay, and then right here in the middle, let's draw the mouth. We're going to draw it kind of frowning. These guys don't look very happy.
No.
They're also trying to attack you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can switch to our eraser and erase the guidelines inside of the lips. Any part during the lesson you need extra time, what can our art friends do?
Pause the video.
Yeah. Okay, now let's draw our eyes, or the Cheep Cheep's eyes. We're going to draw two bumps. We're going to draw a big curve coming out of the mouth. We're going to come up like this. We're going to come around and then back down, almost to the top. Well, I kind of did go right up to the top of the circle. Yes, there you go. And then we're going to draw another circle, an oval that comes out and around and then connect down here. It looks like two big ovals that are connected. Yeah, and then we're going to draw the pupils. We're going to draw them right here. We're going to draw them about this big. We're going to draw right next to each other. And then we can also color these in. On my drawing, I noticed that the pencil or the circle, the guidelines, are a little bit smaller than yours. And I want to make the top of my fish come up a little higher. So I'm going to switch to my pencil and I'm going to redraw this circle so that it comes up higher, like this, around, and then back into the same place. And then I'm going to erase the guidelines I don't want to keep. Now my circle matches yours a little bit better, and the back of our fish is slightly higher than the eyes. Okay, now let's draw the wings. And we're going to start here, right in the middle of our circle, and we're going to draw a curve that comes out past the circle. And then down here, we're going to curve around, and we're going to draw the first feather on our wing. It's going to touch our guideline, and then we're going to come back in, but not very far. Then we're going to draw another feather right in the middle. We'll come out past the guidelines and then come back in. And then the last feather, we're going to come up and connect. This last one is also a lot longer than the other two. Now let's switch back to our eraser and erase the guidelines inside of the eyes. Let's also erase the guidelines inside of the wings, or the feathers. Next, we can switch back to our marker and trace on top of the guideline, or the pencil line on top, and then also down here at the bottom until we connect to the feathers or the wing. Now let's draw the little mohawk. We're going to draw a curve coming out right behind the eyes. Then we're going to draw a curve that comes all the way back down, and we're going to connect to the feathers. Then let's draw a little V right here, and we could also add another little V And let's also draw a line coming down. Oh, and we could draw little lines right here also. Now let's draw the tail. We're going to draw a curve that comes out like this. Then we're going to curve back like we're going to connect into the body. But we're going to stop there. We'll draw another bump in the tail, and then we'll draw one more bump, and then we're going to curve back into the body. And the last thing we need to add is the belly line. We'll draw a curve that connects down to the bottom. And we did it. We finished drawing our Cheep Cheep, except we're not completely done.
Still need to color it.
Yeah, this part will fast forward, but at the end you can pause the video if you want to match our same coloring. You ready to speed things up?
Yes.
Jack, give me 5. We did it. We finished drawing and coloring our Cheep Cheeps. They look so much better all colored in.
Yeah, they do.
I hope our friends will take time and pause the video to match our same coloring. If you have the same markers that we used, our Art for Kids hub set, we used 15 red for the body. And then what do we use for the lips?
17 pink.
Yeah, and then we used CG1 for shading. It's a light gray. And then what was the yellow we used for the hair and also the tail?
35 yellow.
Yeah, and then a lighter yellow, 26 for the wings. We also used a white and blue colored pencil to add a highlight to the eyes and also the little reflection down at the bottom.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing the Cheep Cheep.
We do. We hope you had a lot of fun, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.